So have you ever done something really stupid? It's something you regret, something you immediately wish you could take back, or maybe even just been in a situation where something negative really badly happened to you and you wish you could just go back in time and reverse the whole thing. Well, of course, until somebody invents a time machine, well, that ain't gonna happen. We can't change the past, but we can change how the present affects our future. In other words, we can take that bad experience and make sure that it doesn't affect our thinking going forward. Today I want to share with you a technique I call scrambling a bad experience. Hi, my name is Mark Gibson and welcome back to 1 Million Cats, where we are building a global community here of 1 million curious, audacious, tenacious people around the world who want to go do something big. What exactly do I mean by scramble a bad experience? Well, this is a technique that I developed decades ago for my competitive team gymnasts. You see, in the sport of gymnastics, you can train like crazy for months and months and months and nail your routines in practice a dozen times and then show up on the day of the meet and everything goes in the toilet. This happens frequently. But then you got to get back up and minutes later do another routine on another piece of apparatus. So my gymnasts have to develop the ability to recover fast from failures, to get those negative thoughts out of their head, change their mood, change their attitude, and get themselves psyched up for the next event. The technique I came up with is what I call scramble a bad experience. In other words, when you screw up, when you mess up, when something negative happens to you, maybe you get cut off in traffic, maybe you lose a sale that you were sure was going to go through, then that experience can just eat away at you. If you run it through your mind and you play all the different scenarios and boy, if I'd have done that instead of this, or if I'd have done that, or maybe I should have said this, and you run it round and run it round and run it round, what you're doing is you're just digging it deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into your psyche until it becomes a part of your personality. And a year later, 5 years later, a decade later, you can rerun that scenario in your brain because you put it on your emotional hard drive. It's there permanently. It's a part of who you are. So what I want my gymnasts to do is to avoid that from happening. I don't want them to put a negative experience on their emotional hard drive. So what we've got to do is scramble it before it has a chance to get there. And that means that as soon as the experience has happened, stop thinking about it. Right? Don't run it through your head a million times. Don't look at all the different scenarios and figure out how it could have gone a different way. Instead, do something else to distract your mind. And it sounds stupid, but one of the techniques I use is just to sing a song. And the more annoying the song, the better. My particular favorite is the old Henry VIII I Am song. You've probably heard this. It was in the movie Ghost, maybe if you've ever watched that. You know, I'm Henry VIII I Am. It's just an annoying song that goes on and on and on. And I guarantee if you run that song through your head for about 3 minutes immediately after some negative experience, your brain gets so washed up and confused that the experience itself doesn't have a chance to really sort of take root in your brain. And then a year later, 5 years later, 10 years later, when you look back, you can still remember the event, but you don't remember the emotional response to the event. It hasn't become a part of your permanent emotional hard drive. Well, there you have it. The next time you find yourself in a situation where you're saying to yourself, oh man, I wish that had never happened, put the brakes on immediately, start running some dumb song through your head, scramble that bad experience, put it aside and move forward.